Jerome Powell, the Federal Reserve Chair, he issued a statement several hours ago, as well as a video online. Every market hedge fund in the world, every world leader is now watching America. All eyes on America. Trump has truly sabotaged America, and we are about to fall into chaos. I asked DeepSeek what would happen, the hypothetical question, what would happen if a Federal Reserve Chairman was indicted by the Department of Justice? And as Jerome Powell in his statement released several hours ago, that the Department of Justice has issued him a subpoena to show up in front of a grand jury. Now, DeepSeek answered me, it would be an unprecedented and seismic event in modern American history with profound and immediate repercussions. It is important to note that this scenario is almost purely hypothetical, as no Fed chair has ever been indicted while in office. Well, let's see what else it could do. It says, global financial markets would likely plunge into extreme volatility. Stock markets could crash, and bond markets would experience a violent repricing due to extreme uncertainty. It also stated, a crisis of confidence could trigger liquidity problems in the banking system, requiring immediate and massive intervention by the remaining Fed leadership. The sacred principle of central bank independence, insulating monetary policy from short-term political pressure, would be shattered. The indictment would be seen as the ultimate politicization of the Fed. Also this, global institutional damage. Trust in other major independent institutions, the Supreme Court, regulatory bodies, could be undermined both domestically and internationally. On the international fallout, it says it would be a gift to geopolitical rivals like China and Russia, who would use it to argue that the U.S. system is corrupt and unstable, undermining U.S. leadership in global financial institutions. Finally, the conclusion and indictment would be a less legal event and more a full-blown constitutional and financial crisis. The immediate market crash and loss of confidence would be severe, but the long-term damage to the principle of independent central banking would be the most profound consequence, potentially altering the U.S. and global financial architecture for a generation. So what can we expect in the morning? Complete volatility across the globe. Global markets will take a huge hit. If they continue to press this even further and indict him, the banking system will inevitably completely collapse, and the supply chain will be severed for decades to come. There will be homeless in the street, tens of millions of people without work within 2 weeks, companies closing up nationwide, the rich taking their money and running, people starving, children starving to death. This is where we are at. And this seismic event, who brought us here? Trump. How many tens of billions of dollars has him and his family been paid? This is what preppers have been prepping for. This moment is here. It is at hand, and we have to defend ourselves. Most people said that we wouldn't even be around to the midterms to November. Well, it looks like we may not.